Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Welcome on our weekly Thursday live. I would love to say hello for everybody who is attending live and hashtag live if you're watching or say hi and hashtag replay if you're catching on replay. I'm going to answer, as I always promise you, your questions. Whoever's going to post a question while we are live. Hello, Heva. And I'm going to go through some questions I received last week from you as always, and we'll answer them throughout our session today. So hi everyone, love you all. And I have few questions, and actually they are related to self-esteem, achieving goals, and frustration with achieving goals. So I would love today to catch up on your questions, because the first one was from Anita, and she said she had a goal and she was putting a date for it, and it didn't happen, and she felt frustrated and disappointed. So, well, Anita, I want to answer your question honestly. uh, when you set a goal, I always say, I encourage you always to set goals, because without a goal you are like a ship without a rudder. So you're all over the place. You're open to any idea. Anybody say hey, let's go out, oh yeah, sure. You have no plans, you have no destination. So if imagine you are, whenever you are on a ship or traveling on a plane traveling, if you ask the captain, when are we arriving, what time are we going, he will be able to tell you exactly when, and how long is going to take you depending on weather circumstances at that time. So there is a destination. But if you don't have a destination, you will always be floating around, open to ideas, not knowing, not being authentic to what you really want to do. So when you set goals, Anita, we don't know when it's going to happen. We don't know when it's going to happen. What's most important, all you need to do is to sift through the world and decide, this is what I don't want. Sometimes people are not sure how to set goals or what they really want. And what helps you is what you don't want of, so then you want the rest. For example, I don't want more people to use me. I don't want to be like a doormat for everyone. I don't want to be for example, okay, so now I know that I want to have my boundaries. Now I know that I want to have set healthy boundaries in terms of dealing with others. For example, I want to, oh, I love this car. So then you know that you love this car. So this, you can put it in your goals. I love this house. Then you put it in your goals in your house. We don't know when the goal is going to happen, because there is, Anita, a period called gestation and incubation period for any goal. And by that, I mean exactly like when you plant a seed. The botanical would be easily telling you, people who work in the garden, botanical will tell you, oh, this will germinate in 3 months. This will germinate in 2 weeks. This will germinate in 6 months. They are able to decide and tell you. They know the timeline. For us, our goals are spiritual seeds. It's the same idea, guys. Bear with me. But we don't know when it's gonna germinate. What delays the process? Well, what delays the process mostly is your negative limiting thoughts about yourself or your beliefs. For example, if you have, I don't know, have a pen and paper and write with me. If you do have, I can't, I won't, this is not possible for me, I don't know how to do that, then all you need to do, this is what is blocking you from achieving what you want. How does this happen? I'll share something really fun with you so you get really how we are programmed. It's so much fun. There was an experiment, and it was carried on pregnant mice. So what they did is that they gave them a piece of cotton with peppermint on it in order to sniff it. So they gave them the smell of peppermint. They made them smell it. And then they gave them a very mild electric shock after that. What happens is that the babies that were born were not subject to the same thing. The moms were pregnant at that time, right? The mouse mom was pregnant at that time. So when the mice came out and they started, they put peppermint smell for them, their body reacted with a panic, stress, as if they have panic attack. So when you are in the womb of your mom, is even when as an embryo, everything that happened in the environment outside, although you were not yet popped out in the world, you were affected by it. That's a big time to take in. You don't know, like, if you're born to be parents who work all the time and busy, most probably you are likely to be the same. If you are born when there was war in your country, and well, you will always have a more reaction toward, like, you'll be more like there is something in your psyche, in your sub programming conditioning, which is letting you or stopping you from achieving more in your life. So like this was, it's a big aha moment, because our mind is like a sponge from 0 to 7 or 9. But honestly, even when you were in the womb of your moms, you were still being programmed. So it's as if the moment of conception, programming happens. Okay. So I don't want you to get frustrated with your goal, Anita, at all. Like, I mean, like, I'm happy that you do have one. Most people do not know what they want to do, right? What you can do is that you can change the goal. And well, there's another misconception about achieving goal. People think like, when I have the money, for example, your goal is to make 500K, or buy a certain car. So you say like, or be in a certain relationship, right? So most people, the big mistake they do is that they say, when I have the money, I will feel happy. When I have the relationship, I will feel loved. When I have like the job, I will feel like fulfilled. And well, there is now, and there is achieving the goal or having it realistically manifest physically, right? What you are missing is the journey. So then when you achieve the goal, if you think that you will be happy when you achieve it, if you think you'll be fulfilled when you have a relationship, if you think you are gonna be loved when you have the lover in your life, then throughout the journey, this gap, you're feeling stressed. It has, because it hasn't manifested. You're feeling like you have to work more and do more, and therefore you miss it all. You don't enjoy the journey. Does this make sense? Yeah. So there we go. So when you decide on a goal, the intention is not like the happiness you have to, well, you want the goal because it will give you a certain feeling, it will give you a certain emotion. And the model is honestly reversed. Like for us here, like in this life, it's really reversed. You think, when I have the money, I'll buy the car and then I'll be happy. When I have the lover, we're gonna marry and then we'll live happily after. It will never happen, because you are from a lack. You what you want, it means you don't have, so you are attracting from lack. So you're gonna get somebody who's gonna enforce for you your need for money, enforce for you your need for love. Like, this is why most relationships do not work, because you want them to fulfill something for you. It's not gonna happen. You have to know, like, okay, so how does, you ask yourself the question, how does it feel like when I have the 500K? How does it feel like when I get my dream car? How does it feel like when I'm with my lover, like my soulmate? And you have to connect emotionally with this, like, emotion of the goal, and you fill yourself with it. Like, guys, we were screwed. Like, in schools, they did not teach us how to dream big. They did not teach us how to, like, boost our self-esteem, how to deal with relationships, how to deal with rejection. Like, we have material to study, and then they follow the 3 model: read, remember, repeat. And when you know it, that you do it and you succeed, then you know it. You know nothing. Who remembers anything that they were taught in school? Who remembers that? Like, okay, and then you come up to life and you say, like, I'm not sure if I studied I'm in the right career. I'm not sure if I'm in the right relationship. Okay, and deal with it. So, well, there is a better, like, education. That's why you honestly see people with superior knowledge and inferior results. They have PhDs, they're in depth, they have the best education, and they have lousy relationship. They cannot even deal with their kids. Okay, so it all starts, guy, here. And it starts with building an image, a clear image of your goal. For you, like, whoever has a goal, you have to have a clear image of the goal. And you know, like, what the feeling that will be ignited by achieving this goal. You start taking steps every single day. So I'm going to tell you the process. So for example, your goal is to make 500K. Let's talk about money because you can count money, right? Or your goal, like it's easier to do it this way. So for example, if you think like 500K is too much for me, I don't know how it's like, make the 500 look small. So 500K, if this is what you want to achieve per year, so this means like it's around 40K a month if you want to make like a 42K a month. And then you divide it by 4 because every month has 4 weeks. So that's like around 12,000 a week. And then you go like, so this how it means like, and then you divide it by 7 so you know how much you need to make per day. I mean, like, make the number look small so you are not scared of the goal. And every step you are taking, here is the key. Every step you are taking towards the goal, you make it with full presence. What do I mean by that? Is that you are not stressing about achieving the goal. You are enjoying every single moment you are in. It takes, by the way, mind training. It's not going to happen like this overnight because you were trained to think in lack, not in abundance. That's why most people have stress. You always think, I don't have, when I have this, I want to have this. And then you accumulate stuff and you're still not feeling fulfilled. So the secret for you is to feel fulfilled from day one, taking action, baby steps towards your goal, in the direction of your goal. Yes, you're going to have detours. Yes, you're going to have setbacks. Yes, you're going to have failures. Yes, you're going to have rejection. If your attachment or your desire for the goal is not bigger than all these obstacles in the way, you're gonna fall with the first blow. You're gonna just quit on your goal with the first blow, like, right? So all this is gonna happen, and it doesn't mean like when people tell you, like, this is one of the big things I honestly like, and I got a question about rejection. People do not reject you as a person. Maybe they reject the idea. Maybe it's not the right time for them. Maybe they are not the right people in the first place to address. Right? So maybe you need to work on your presentation more. Maybe you want to talk to them another time. Maybe it's like another people approach. And honestly, there is a very positive mindset that I love, and I adapted ever since I learned about it with Jack when I was like being mentored by him. And that was like, every rejection is taking you to a yes, closer to a yes. So with every 9 rejection no's, the 10 will be a yes. So there was a little kid who was like selling door to door, and everybody was telling him like, no, no, no. And he was telling them, oh, thank you so much. You're taking me closer to my goal. And his attitude, this positive attitude he had, attracted people to buy from him because they come on here. Like I told you, no, how come I'm taking you closer to your goal? He said, like, with every rejection, I am getting closer to my yes. So thank you so much. I'm going to get a yes. Because of his attitude, he blew his sales, like, so it starts with you. So again, don't get rejection is not for you. It's just not the right time, not the idea they are interested in, not the people the right people you're approaching, but it's not a rejection. It's not you, guys. It's not you. There's a huge difference. They don't like the idea, but it's not they don't like me. You personalize it, and ego plays big drama role here, and people like get really discouraged about achieving their goals. So set a goal. You can put some people don't love to put a date on the goal because the secret is always to feel as if you have it already. And why this is the secret for that? Because here is like you have like a station and a magnet. Okay, so whatever you magnetize, whatever idea you focus on, you're gonna attract more of. So if you are thinking about your goal, for example, your goal is 500K, and you connect with the emotion that you have already the money in your bank, and what you're gonna do, because there's no fun about the money, what you're gonna do with it, whom you're gonna like help with, what are you gonna like, who's gonna like benefit from this money that you're gonna make, because it's only for you. It feels way more better and fulfilled when you are helping others. The more you have, the more you can do good in the world, right? So you decide, for example, if you hand 500K and you connect with the emotion and you live with the emotion, this is what happens. So your goal is to stay focused on your goal, like no matter what's happening around you, because stuff will happen. You still are connected to your dream with the emotion. Feeling is the secret, guys. Okay. And for example, I said some people do not love to put the date because you don't know when it's going to happen. Some people love to put a date which is like well, they suggest, well, in 3 weeks, in 6 months, in 1 year, whatever. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. We said there is a law of gestation and incubation. So it takes time for the goal to germinate and to grow. You don't know how. Nobody knows honestly when. You're not like the botanical, but the more once you are focused on it, by law, it must manifest. Okay. So but some people as well, what doesn't make goals appear in the life, they are not really committed. They are not decisive. What do I mean by that? Is that they like, okay, I'm gonna do it when the time is suitable. I'm gonna do it when the kids are done school. I'm gonna do it, well, the time is always now. This is big time for me. I learned throughout my years, and like the time is always now. The right question to ask is, what one step I can take today towards my goal with the resources that I have right now. You don't, like, if you really really are walking, taking small steps in the direction of your goal, you're gonna arrive at your destination 100%. It may take you longer, in whatever time it needs to, but like you will arrive at it. It will happen as long as you are heading in the right direction. So when you put, some people, like when you put a date on the goal, for example, the 500K, and you started working on 10K, and you put a date for the 10K, it's again towards your 500K, right? So the date is good because it keeps you committed, and you have like you know that by this time I have to do it. It's gonna happen. This is, I'm like, now you, it's like I said, the big goal is 500K, and then you subdivide it, as I said before, like by month, by year, by week, by day, and you start working, taking small action every single day. And the most important thing as well that people totally forget about it is to celebrate their daily success. I always advise my clients to have a daily success review. And by this, I mean at the end of the day, you checklist everything you did. You underestimate the effort you do. Like, you cannot imagine, like, guys, you're doing a lot of effort towards your goals, but you just, like, if you don't see the result, then you are not acknowledging yourself. You're so hard on yourself. You beat yourself up. Like, stop it. Please stop it, because this is not gonna help anyway. It's not, like, you're demoralizing yourself. Okay, so I want you to have a daily success review. And this by mean, like, for example, if your plan is to, like, I'm gonna stay about things tangible for you now. Like, if my plan is to drink 2 liters a day and I drank only 1 liter a day, right? At the end, or I'm happy and grateful I drank 1 liter. Well done, Russia. Be your own cheerleader. Don't wait for others to be like your cheerleaders, because it's not going to happen. And if I am waiting for others to approve me, then their criticism will knock me down, right? Make sense? Yeah, so you have to learn to be your own cheerleader. Celebrate the little wins, because this is what's gonna build your self-esteem. Again, so I hope this answers your question, Anita. Keep on going on the goal. Just like move the date further in the future, and just like be present with every single step. Because if you are distracted taking the small action, then this is not success. Success is like excellence is commitment to completion, and success is like doing every single step, being 100% present. Like, you're not distracted, you're not scared, you're not waiting for the goal to happen. You're just like totally present and absorbed in your goal. Okay. The last question I had, guys, was about self-esteem. So self-esteem is like key for your success. There was a study when students and kids like join school, 95% have really high self-esteem. And by self-esteem, it's like the level of confidence. And by the time they graduate from school, only 5% have self-esteem, high self-esteem. And along the way, they lost us. So when they did a survey, as questions for parents, as questions for teachers, whom do you think is responsible for their for losing their self-esteem? Well, parents said, like 78% of the parents said the teachers, and 79% of the teachers said the parents. So I mean, like, everybody was blaming the other one. But at the end of the day, it's you and it's your life. So you better say, like, it's my plate. I'm gonna work on me because I am worthy to live a better life. I can be extraordinary. Why do you want to live ordinary? Like just pay the bills and cook the food and nothing, no other impact, and that this is mediocre. Like if you want to live like this is fine. But like there's always extraordinary potential for each and every single one of us, because we are not just human beings in physical bodies, we are spiritual. Because if you think only you are a body, you are very limited. I'm limited by the desk I'm sitting at right now. I'm limited by the space, like the walls in my room. But with your mind, anybody who achieved big success, mega success, and impacted the whole world, they know the power of imagining, and they connect with it like anytime. Like you bring your goal to your mind and you connect with it emotionally. This is how you stay connected and you study more. This is what I teach in my program. This is what I teach my clients. And this is why they achieve goals one after the other and they become non-stoppable. And I'm honestly super proud of them. I'm super happy for them. And like they see the shift. Like it's like they need a telescope, honestly, to see the person who signed up with me in the beginning and where they have achieved, where they are now, like standing in their business, standing in the relationship. Like I'm really happy for them and grateful for this gift. And again, I want to say like self-esteem is key. It gets diminished by lots of criticism, comparison, and the self-negative talk is the worst of all. And by this I mean what you tell you when you are alone. Whenever you tell somebody, oh, what did I say that? That was stupid, that was dumb, I am dumb. You are not dumb. Maybe what you said was not the best, but you are not dumb. Maybe what you said was not the perfect answer, but you are not stupid. Okay, so stop it. Stop calling yourself names and putting yourself down. And your self-esteem is exactly like if you have, like I want to compare it to something tangible for you. If you have $1 million and you're going shopping, and you have $10 and you're going shopping, which one you're more likely to take risk and buy more and have fun? Definitely with the $1 million. Your self-esteem is the same. If I have a really high self-esteem and I get rejection, somebody say like, no, I'm not, I don't want to work with you now. Okay, no, and you get, for example, like people like say, oh, that was, she's not the best, whatever criticism. Your high self-esteem, all this doesn't affect you. But if you have low self-esteem, like the $10 example, and like everybody is chipping away, like criticism, attack, rejection, you take it personally, and then your self-esteem, you feel like and you start feeling really bad and you do not succeed. Does this make sense? So the higher your self-esteem, the way you talk to yourself, the better the results you have, and you're going to participate more fully in life and take risk, and you're not worried. You're not waiting for somebody else's approval. You're like, you are your own cheerleader. Okay, so I answered the questions today for you guys. Always our weekly live is to answer the questions I get during the week before. So these are some of them that I got, I felt like resonate. And please like type for me replay if you're catching on replay, and hashtag live if you are watching live, and let me know. Always send me your questions. I always answer them every Thursday for you, 12:30 p.m. Canada time, Eastern time. Thank you so much for everyone was able to tune with me today. I love you all, guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.